Did you know that the Earth's rotation axis is not fixed in space? Just like a spinning top, our planet wobbles on its axis, a motion known as precession. You might imagine Earth like a giant spinning top, tilting and turning in the vastness of space. This isn't a quick wiggle or shimmy, though. No, this dance is a slow and grand performance, taking a whopping 26,000 years to complete just one cycle. Now, let's break this down a bit. You see, Earth's axis, the imaginary line running through the North and South poles, doesn't stay still. It traces out a circle, a bit like the hands of a clock, but much, much slower. This movement, this precession, is caused by the gravitational pull of the Sun and the Moon on Earth's equatorial bulge. It's a bit like how a spinning top wobbles under the force of gravity. This might sound like a lot of jargon, so let's simplify it. Picture a spinning top. As it spins, it starts to wobble, its axis of rotation tracing out a circle. That's what's happening with Earth, just on a cosmic scale and at a glacial pace. But why does this matter? Why should we care about a celestial wobble that takes longer than all of recorded history to complete a single cycle? Well, this slow dance has some fascinating implications. It affects how we perceive the night sky, and it changes ever so slowly the stars we see overhead. In fact, this wobble means that Polaris, our current North Star, won't always hold that title. In about 13,000 years, that honor will pass to Vega, a bright star in the constellation Lyra. And 26,000 years from now, Polaris will regain its crown. This wobble, or precession of the Earth's axis, has interesting implications for our view of the night sky. It's a reminder that while the cosmos may seem unchanging and eternal, it's a dynamic, ever-evolving dance of celestial bodies. Ever heard of the North Star, or Polaris? It's the star that the Earth's axis points towards, but that hasn't always been the case. Imagine the Earth as a spinning top. Just like how a top wobbles during its spin, the Earth too wobbles on its axis. This wobble, or precession as it's known in scientific terms, takes a grand period of 26,000 years to complete one full cycle. Now here's where it gets fascinating. The direction of our planet's axis, due to this precession, isn't fixed. This means that the celestial pole, the imaginary point in the sky that the Earth's axis points towards, shifts over time. And with the shifting celestial pole, our reference point, the North Star, changes as well. At present, the Earth's axis points almost directly at Polaris, earning it the title of the North Star, but this wasn't always the case, and it won't be in the future. Fast forward 13,000 years, give or take a few centuries, and you'll find that the Earth's axis will point towards Vega, a bright star in the constellation Lyra. Vega will then take up the mantle of the North Star. But don't worry, Polaris won't be dethroned forever. As the cycle of precession continues, in another 26,000 years, the Earth's axis will once again point towards Polaris, reinstating it as our North Star. In this grand cosmic dance, nothing is permanent. The stars we look up to, the constellations we adore, the points of reference we use for navigation, they're all transient. The universe is in constant motion, and we're just along for the ride. So remember, while Polaris is our guiding star today, in the distant future, it'll be Vega's turn to shine. As the Earth wobbles, it doesn't just change our pole star, it also shifts the position of the equinoxes. Picture our planet spinning on its axis, but not rigid in space. Like a gyroscope, the Earth's rotation axis precesses, which in simpler terms means it wobbles. This wobble is slow, almost imperceptible, taking a whopping 26,000 years to complete a full cycle. But what's fascinating is that this subtle dance doesn't just affect our pole star. It also nudges the position of the equinoxes. Now you might be wondering, what are these equinoxes? Well, they're points in space, times during the year when day and night are of equal length. We have two each year, the vernal or spring equinox around March 21st and the autumnal equinox around September 22nd. Because of the precession or wobble, the orientation of our celestial equator also shifts along with the rotation axis. This means that the position of these equinoxes is slowly changing with respect to the backdrop of stars. This phenomenon, known as the precession of the equinoxes, implies that the right ascension and declination of objects in the sky change very slowly over this 26,000-year period. Right ascension and declination are like the longitude and latitude we use on Earth, but for the celestial sphere, helping us locate objects in the sky. For a casual stargazer, this effect is negligibly small. You wouldn't notice the star's shifting position in your lifetime, but for precise astronomical observations, it's a different story. For instance, astronomers observing distant galaxies or mapping the Milky Way need to account for this precession. They need to correct their observations to ensure they're accurate, making adjustments for this slow but significant celestial dance. So, while it's true we won't wake up tomorrow to find Orion has moved next door to Leo, this precession, this delicate cosmic waltz, is a testament to the dynamic nature of our universe. While this movement is slow and not noticeable in our lifetime, it's a critical correction for precise astronomical observations. You've probably heard the phrase, the age of Aquarius, but do you know what it really means? This phrase, made famous by the musical Hair, refers to a time that astrological mysticism suggests will be marked by unusual harmony and understanding. But let's peel back the layers of pop culture and delve into the scientific explanation behind this so-called dawning of the age of Aquarius. You see, due to the precession of the equinoxes, the vernal equinox moves through all the constellations of the zodiac over a period of 26,000 years. This precession is a slow, gradual shift in the orientation of Earth's rotation axis in space. At present, the vernal equinox is located in the constellation Pisces. However, it's inching towards the constellation Aquarius. This journey is not a quick one. It's a leisurely stroll that will take approximately 2,000 years to complete. So, the age of Aquarius essentially refers to the time period when the vernal equinox will be squarely in the constellation Aquarius. It's a shift that happens so slowly it's nearly imperceptible to us in our lifetimes. Yet, it's a testament to the ceaseless cosmic ballet that our planet participates in and day out. It's important to note that this shift doesn't mean we'll be waking up to a world filled with peace and understanding as the songs might suggest. The age of Aquarius, in the scientific sense, is merely a marker in the grand timeline of our planet's journey through the cosmos. So, while there may not be any mystical transformations on the horizon, we can still marvel at the intricate dance of our planet. The vernal equinox's slow transition from Pisces to Aquarius is a testament to the unwavering rhythm of the cosmos. So, while we might not see the dawning of the age of Aquarius in our lifetime, it's a fascinating aspect of Earth's complex dance in space. The precession of the Earth's rotation axis is a captivating celestial performance. In this cosmic ballet, the Earth, our home, pirouettes in space, its rotation axis gracefully swaying over a period of 26,000 years. It's a dance that's as old as time itself, a dance that has been choreographed by the forces of nature and physics. The wobble of the Earth's axis, a subtle movement, yet one with profound implications. Its effects are so subtly embedded in our lives that we rarely spare a thought for it. Yet, this wobble is why the star currently holding the coveted title of the North Star, Polaris, will one day pass the baton to Vega, a bright beacon in the constellation Lyra, an event scheduled for a curtain call in about 13,000 years. The Earth's axis doesn't just wobble, it also brings about a shift in the equinoxes, a phenomenon we call precession of the equinoxes. This shift, while seemingly negligible to the casual observer, is indeed an essential cue for those in pursuit of precise observations. It's a slow dance, with the right ascension and declination of objects changing ever so slightly over a 26,000-year period. And then we come to the age of Aquarius, a term that has found its way into pop culture thanks to the musical Hair. The precession of the equinoxes causes the vernal equinox to move through all the constellations of the zodiac over the 26,000-year precession period. We currently find ourselves in the constellation Pisces, with Aquarius waiting in the wings for its turn in the spotlight. As we continue to explore the cosmos, the Earth's wobbly dance serves as a reminder of our planet's dynamic nature and its place in the grand ballet of the universe.